Today in the kitchen, I made homemade pumpkin scones drizzled with a maple icing. These are so delicious. If you love pumpkin as much as I do, these are the perfect dessert for you, especially topped with a maple icing. You can find the recipe at thehistoricalhomemaker.com. In a large bowl, add all-purpose flour, brown sugar, baking powder, a little bit of salt, ground cinnamon, and some ground nutmeg. Whisk the dry ingredients together really well. Add in some cold cubed butter into your flour mixture. I'm using a pastry cutter to cut the butter into the flour mixture until the flour mixture resembles fine crumbs. Just a little tidbit. If you do not have a pastry cutter on hand, you can also use a fork, or you can also use your fingers just to cut the butter into the flour. In a separate medium bowl, add in some pure pumpkin, vanilla extract, and some milk. Mix the wet ingredients together really well. Add the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients and mix really well, making sure all of the ingredients are well incorporated. I'm using a scone pan today to make my delicious pumpkin scones, and I'm just going to grease the pan really well and add the batter. I've added the batter to my scone pan, and I'm going to bake in a preheated oven of 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. While the scones are baking in the oven, I'm going to make the maple glaze. In a small bowl, add confectioner's sugar. Add the maple syrup. And a little bit of milk. Whisk the ingredients together until it forms a glaze. Add more milk if needed. The glaze looks perfect, and now I'm just going to wait for the scones to come out of the oven. The scones are fresh out of the oven. They look so delicious. I'm going to let them sit for a few minutes in the pan until I remove them. I've removed the scones from the pan, and I'm now going to drizzle with the delicious, amazing maple glaze. The scones are so perfect and so delicious and so moist, especially topped with the maple icing. Now it's time to just enjoy and eat them. You can find the recipe at thehistoricalhomemaker.com.